from your perspective, what do you consider red pill?
Well, I can only share with what I know. There's a few red pill guys that have stitched a couple of my videos and called me a blue pill guy, and I'm a chump and beta. I don't, okay. And I laugh at that. I'm like, okay, whatever, kid, sure. But I associate it with hate and a generalization of women, because we've all had our heart broken by a woman, right? Of course. And with that event, we can either hate them or, like I said, revisit the circumstances and see what you can take away and learn from that situation. So I think it's just, again, this could be a generalization. I could be completely off.
Yeah.
But it's just a lot of guys who've had horrible experiences with women that ended bad, and they've chosen to pursue a life that is really not putting women first, putting their needs first, and putting their lives first. But it's the comments that I hear, like women are low hanging fruit if they're 30 and over. They've been run through by hundreds of dudes, and they're low hanging fruit. Single moms are low hanging fruit. It's those type of red pill guys that I see. Maybe they're the extreme version of red pill, and there's a standard red pill, but it's those guys that I see the most of. And I think they're dumbasses for calling people that way, because you don't know the circumstances of that person's life and how they ended up the way they are. They're just making generalizations. Not every woman in their 30 who is married with one kid is low hanging fruit or been run through by a train by many men. Like, what are you, fucking kid? Like, grow up, man. Come on. That's not the way life works. So it's those type of guys that I don't agree with.
No, I don't agree with them either. And I'm in my 40s. I love women in their 30s. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, like
I am too,
women in their 30s are horny as fuck, dude. Like, what?
Yes. Especially in the 40s. Yes, right. Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, those guys are idiots. So I had the same concept, actually. Okay. I started doing this stuff. I was reading. I was really, a lot of this podcast started after I read a book by a guy named Corey Wayne. So
the 3% man. I know him.
Yeah.
I read his book too. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, 3% brother. Nice. Yeah. So yeah, this whole thing started with that. And there would be guys. So I'm in a group called the 3% man group on Facebook. And there would be guys that would get in that group somehow. And then they would just dump red pill shit, like Rollo Tomasi's 9 iron rules and women ain't shit because of whatever. And so we would kick those guys out. And so I had a real negative concept of what red pill is, because all these guys are like, oh, I'm red pill. It's like
they get the most attraction, and those videos go viral.
Yeah, because the negativity really sells, right? So it wasn't until I actually had Rollo Tomasi on the podcast, and then I had a bunch of other guys that are much more prominent in the space, like not just random dudes on TikTok. Like, these guys have written books on it. They have they cite studies and all this stuff. And when you actually talk to those guys and listen to what they say and read their books, you find out that it's not about hating women at all. It's not.
Good. Okay.
It's more about, let me see if I can put this simply. The red pill is men swapping notes on what women respond to and having that understanding of women for the benefit of men. So when you said they sort of put their needs first, that's true. It's about like understanding what your needs are, making your needs known, because a lot of guys are nice guys. They won't make their needs known. And, they'll go and buy a woman like expensive dinners. And then when she doesn't have sex with them, he's like, pissed off about it.
Yeah.
It's like,
they got a lot to learn.
Right. Right. So and then they don't understand why they're not getting what they want. It's like, well, you didn't tell her what you wanted, it's stuff like that. So, but the funny thing about it is, at least from what I found, my experience is that it's not necessarily to benefit women, but when men learn what women respond to,
right,
women benefit in the end, because guys are doing the things that are necessary to attract women. And then women are happier. It's like, my girlfriend treats me like an absolute king.
Same here.
And it's like, it's almost effortless, and
because you're being yourself.
I'm being myself, but I'm also, I'm taking the lead in the relationship, so, and I feel like a lot of guys don't do that either. They're very passive in the relationship, the Like they'll ask their woman, well, honey, what do you want to eat tonight? It's like, well, I don't care, honey. Well, I don't care. And then they're mad about it because their woman won't make the decision. Well, fuck, dude, just tell her we're going to have steak tonight, honey. You're welcome to join me. Like,
yeah, there you go.
And as soon as you start doing that kind of stuff, it's funny because like as soon as I started taking the lead and just making my needs known and being and having boundaries, like having good boundaries. And stuff like that. It's totally different. Like she relaxes into her feminine. She lets me just.
Isn't it amazing? Doesn't it feel great?
Oh, it's wonderful. What's up, brother? If you like this clip, go back and listen to the full episode. I guarantee you'll love it. Visit my channel. If you haven't done so already, subscribe now. If you prefer to listen to longer episodes in audio format, the podcast is available on all major podcast platforms.